not. And like how many points are left, like that are up for grabs, I think would essentially be it. Like how many points behind they are, and then how many points they are available.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're starting it out. I feel that, Mats. I feel that. I can definitely help out a lot more. And I'm going to be looking to help out more as well.
Did Matt say make more work for Mats or something? I don't know. I don't have the chat open. That's kind of
No,
what I was thinking in my head.
He said he had something like that in his mind as well, but he instead slept.
Yeah, I do not blame him.
Yeah, I don't blame him either. He's working very hard. But yeah, two very close players, 16 seconds apart. BusterDoggy got this 58.06, I believe, yesterday. So he is definitely on the grind. And so is EEEK, but, you know, it's looking like BusterDoggy is going to be number 5 in terms of, you know, 57s. So far, just standard movement. EEK was a little bit less optimal with their vector, so is going to be getting to the topper fight a bit later than Buster. And then someone in chat mentioning here, it's better to be 7th than... Sorry, it's better to be 7th than be 4th. Honestly, it's better to be 4th than it is to be 7th or 8th. You strategically... Oh, wait, actually, yeah. I'm seeing, yeah, where that would go now with the things. And actually, yeah, it would be better to be 2, 7, or 3, or 6. Although some people also want to avoid Stravos. But you're going to have to face one of them. If you want to get past the semis, you're either facing probably Tyrone or Stravos. So...
Yeah, it turns out to win the Super Mario Odyssey 90% League, you have to play really hard opponents. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. So in the semis, you're probably almost guaranteed to face either Tyrone or Stravos because they're not meeting. If they're meeting each other, it's going to be at the finals, most likely. So they're going to be in different semifinals. There's only 2 semifinals. So you're either facing Tyrone or you're facing Stravos. Maybe Dansta can get in there too. as to be like top. Like I could see Dansta making it to semis as well, definitely. It's hard to say. We're not there yet. We still got 2 more weeks.
So true.
2 or... Yeah. Unless we're taking... Are we taking like a week between...
No.
Okay, yeah, so it'll be right into it. So it'll be... So we got 1 week left, so week 11, and then quarters. Will be the week after. So yes, we got 2 weeks until... That is correct.
Very good counting, Troy.
Thank you. We got a down throw coming out from BusterDoggy to capture the chain jumps. I always forget that Buster's on Joy-Cons. But look at that stuff. Look at those Joy-Con moves. I did just lose sound on my stream. I don't know if it lost to live as well, but I no longer have in-game sound, just by the by. Where I did have it before.
I can fix that.
I'm sure you can. That's why I mentioned it. Okay, sound's still here for Matt. So live is still good, but on my I lost it. Yeah, I got it. I got it again. Thank you.
Epic.
Epic.
should have just pretended that Troy was crazy and that there was audio the whole time.
Yeah, that would have been the move. That's the play. Yeah, so EEEK has been 6 out of 6 on the chess clip, so no surprise that they're going for it. Whereas BusterDoggy has not been attempting it at all. And these two players are like, this is the middle of the pack. So like we're gonna be able to. I can see like a lot of places where, oh, this section BusterDoggy's better at. This section EEEK's better at. So there's opportunities on both sides for these players to make up a deficit of any sort of gap that happens. It's not like a match versus. It's not like a match towards where you got middle of the pack towards top of the pack, where it's like you gotta just be like the only way to save yourself is to just not make mistakes. This is more of both sides are gonna make mistakes, so you're just like looking at where you're most consistent at is the best for you.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't underestimate either BusterDoggy or EEEK. They're both phenomenal players, both well in range of a 57. I think they could take matches off of even Tyrone on a good day for sure.
No, absolutely, but it's whereas like for that sort of thing, you'd have to be catching Tyrone on a bad day. This, it's like you're more likely to get it. Like you don't need to catch your BusterDoggy doesn't need to catch EEEK on a bad day. It could just be an average day or even a good day for EEEK, and BusterDoggy definitely still has the chance, or vice versa. Both players working on reverse town here. EEEK bonking instead of getting into the pipe, though. So EEEK is going to still be behind as we are now leaving Toast Arena City.
Toaster Town.
Toast Arena, yes.
I'm very interested to see. This is, I think, the second match that we've had live since the discovery of the new route in Sand. Will we see either player go for it? I think we will.
In terms of like the name of the route itself, some Tyrone was saying like the throwback route is a cool name for it. I'm fine with calling it the like BTT route, or because it's the moon route is the same as BTT now. So like I just call it BTT route most of the time in my head. So we'll see if they go for a BTT route or if they're going to be sticking to single bill. And like usual single bill. And that bullet bill is going to get destroyed, so that's actually not a single bill at all. Yeah. Challenge. Find a name for it. Very hard. Yeah, so BusterDoggy is going to be doing... Yeah, both of them look to be doing throwback route. Or BTT route. I think it's more of like the problem of sticking to a name. Like we continuously are like, no, we don't like that name. Like we gotta find a name and stick to it, and then not be like, okay, other people were calling it this thing as well. And you just stick to a name you find. So, okay. So for those who are fully unfamiliar with this, after we get this moon from the bullet bill manipulation at the end of Reverse Jaxi, it's going to be straight into that moon that we destroyed from the crate earlier. And it's really cool movement up here. That can actually be done with a Cappy return jump as well. So similar movement to butterfly stuff. And then right into the platform clip, which I'm still working on and figuring out myself. And BusterDoggy gets the accidental capture on the bullet bill. That is a common problem. And because of that, EEEK is actually going to take the lead. EEEK really proud of that platform clip as well, and so is going to clip that. And so after getting the one in the pyramid, you go back out to luggage, and the luggage is your final moon. And it's actually a very far warp, so you're actually on the map for a bit longer than you were from the Oasis warp. Technically, but that's like small stuff. Yeah, and yeah, that's why you clipped that, is because their cycle was... They really liked the cycle that they got there. So clipping that for future study of what they did with camera manipulation. Because what was going on there that some people don't realize is, along with camera manipulation going on for the bullet bill, they're also doing camera manipulation on the platform itself, which is ridiculous. So they are specifically not looking at the platform so that it stays still or moves, depending on if it's on if it's in the camera's range or not. So that they don't have to wait for the platform. Moving into Lake Kingdom now, both these players don't have the highest success rate with Lake Clip. BusterDoggy is slightly more consistent at it. However, both of them have had a lot of trouble with it in the league. So it's hard to say who will be out ahead after this Lake Clip, even with the gap that EEEK currently has. We're seeing them attempt it, and there's EEEK getting the bathtub. Unfortunate. BusterDoggy gonna be able to be successful, but EEEK with bathtub is gonna go into Rango route instead.
Yeah, it's definitely a sizable time loss there for EEEK. Was not looking for that to happen for sure.
Yeah. Not quite a bathtub, I guess. Yeah, more of just like missing the cappy.
Yeah, regardless, he ended up in the water on the wrong side.
Yeah, it's basically a bathtub from what I think of it. Because you ended up in the water. Like, it's possible to end up in the water out of bounds, which is also not desirable, but it's the same idea, roughly. Because at that point, you just swim back in bounds.
EEEK was in the no-no zone, basically.
Yes, basically, yes. So, in terms of moon count, EEEK is going to actually end up ahead for a little bit, but then we're going to see cutscenes put EEEK back behind. And also, just not being used to doing this fight is going to actually have some trouble with the fight.
Oh, no.
And, oh, wow, yeah. This is all... Getting down to 1 heart when you're also struggling with the boss is not great. And so BusterDoggy is actually going to make it to 8 before EEEK does. So that's even more loss. We're talking like 30-second gap now.
Yeah, I mean, when
much time loss. Like,
when Rango starts jumping around in his hat, you've had a bad time, and you're gonna be having a bad time for a little bit. But EEEK definitely the kind of player who can bring this one back. Definitely can't count him out yet. It is only Lake Kingdom, and we're coming up to Wooded Kingdom here shortly, which is a little bit Monka. I mean, surely there's no trick in this kingdom or routing in this kingdom that could lose 30 seconds, right?
Right. And it's all, and that is something to point out. Definitely. I mean, both these players not fantastic at anything in Wooded. They do have some spots that are 100% consistency. But I mean, they're great. They are great, but they're not fantastic. Look, you were saying during the week earlier that we gotta point these things out. I can't. There's no way to be nice about all this stuff. Okay?
I'm just gonna straight up disagree though. Both these racers are fantastic at everything in this game. I cannot agree.
Okay, fine. Okay, make me the bad guy. Thanks.
I want to hear the stats. Back up what you're saying was stats. How are these guys not fantastic?
Nut clip. We got. I mean, okay, they're both almost very close to it. I am seeing 8 out of 9 for nut clip for EEEK, but we do have 8 out of 8 for BusterDoggy, and we got.
Yeah, I mean only 100%. I get it.
Yeah, only 100% is what I got. You know, it's important to get 100%.
Yeah, I gotta say, EEEK making one mistake on nut clip a little bit. Monka might have to ban him from future leagues.
I would say also flooded pipeways on here. It makes sense. So like the 1.5 cycle, but EEEK actually goes for it, whereas BusterDoggy doesn't go for it at all. And then when EEEK going for it, he's still only getting it like 50% of the time. But anyway, yeah, we see now after they got out of the lake, we got a 21-second gap. So I was a bit over exaggerating when I said 30-second gap, but it's still a very substantial lead after what we've been seeing earlier in the race.
Yeah, BusterDoggy obviously getting nut clip, and EEEK thankfully following up with a solid nut clip. So not gonna fall behind anymore, but didn't find that huge opening he was maybe hoping for here in Wooded. BusterDoggy just keeping that 100% consistency up.
BusterDoggy actually got that was a very late cap jump out of the red maze, so that was pretty much as late as they could have done without risking getting into deep woods. If you get into deep woods, it's that gap right there, and so that's the annoying part. And EEEK gonna be fine as well. Both of them getting a checkpoint here is a good thing to point out before going to FRS, which BusterDoggy is able to pull off. And getting Nut at the dead end, EEEK had better movement with Nut at the dead end, so is actually going to be able to make up a couple seconds with that. And a similar FRS, so yeah, is making up time from the Nut at the dead end. So, a bit under 20 seconds now. Ooh, wall jump though. Unwitted, once we get past Nutclick, you're just looking at like little movement optimizations, and the fact that EEEK got a wall grab there is not great. That pretty much almost canceled out the time save that they got from dead end.
Yeah, I can't remember what race. I think it was yesterday we were watching. Maybe it was the day before. I don't remember, but there was somebody that lost like a lot of time in flooded pipes.
Oh, so there's some time loss right there. BusterDoggy missing the cap bounce off of the up throw, so going to be really behind on cycle. I'm not even sure if they're going to be able to get 2 cycle here. Okay, they are still able to get 2 cycle, thankfully. EEEK bonking on the way into the pipe. But yeah, as I said, they typically go for faster pipes. And are able to get it. BusterDoggy, I believe, was attempting for faster pipes as well, but was not able to successfully pull it off, so went for fast pipes instead. However, EEEK successful with the faster pipes. Not the fastest of the faster pipes. I still call it a 1.5 cycle, because I hate all these like fast and faster pipes and new shards and new shards and
Danson insists there's no new shards, but I think there's an old new shards now. I think that new shards is now old shards, old new shards, and new shards is now new shards.
Yes.
That's my diagnosis.
Which I despise. So that's why I stick to saying 2 cycle and 1.5 cycle.
I think that whenever we make a new thing, it's just you tack new on the end of it, and then boom. Yeah. Like new sand route. We'll just call it new sand route, and then if there's a new sand route, we call it new sand route. Easy.
No. Oh, BusterDoggy gave a lot of trouble with Cloud Kingdom. Had a small cloud boost, and now is having a problem with fast hats. Or quick hats. Thankfully, there's no quicker hats or faster hats, so it's fine. EEEK having a slightly better cloud boost, but also not great. Just relatively better cloud boost.
Wow. Can't just say someone's cloud boost is not great. Come on, Troy, jeez.
Yeah, I'm fine
Troy
with
the hater today.
I'm accepting the narrative that I'm the bad guy today. It's fine. EEEK also missing quick hats though, so the time loss is the same here. They both had to wait out another Bowser cycle. I think honestly, like people joking about how the new route that we have going on is the new sand route. I feel like that's probably why Tyrone was against like Stravos wanting to call it quicksand, it is because of the idea.
Oh my god,
that
it's gotta be quicksand. What do you mean?
It can't be.
What do you mean?
Quicksand is terrible.
That's such a good name. Are you kidding me? That's
no,
so good.
It's not.
What do you
Because
mean?
it warrants the idea. It promotes the idea of them potentially getting into quicker sand, and it's not even the fastest route. It's not.
That
even
would
the
be
fastest
so
route.
good.
No.
Okay, it's got to be called quicksand. I'm sorry.
No.
You're overruled.
No. No.
Court is adjourned.
No.
Called quicksand.
It's not. It's throwback.
I agree with Matsy. First good name in SMO name history.
No, it's throwback.
How is it a throwback? Throwback to the route where you clip through a wall in like Ten Kingdom, I guess. I don't know.
It's throwback to having Luggage Moon back in and to Sphinx Moon back into the route.
Ah, it's quicksand. Sorry.
Anyway, moving into Lost, now we're almost done with Lost at this point. BusterDoggy finishing up, getting Cage Triple. EEEK activating Klepto and having some trouble with the stairs. Of all places, having trouble with stairs movement.
Quicksand.
We're in Lost.
I'm just gonna be thinking about quicksand for the rest of the race.
You and Stravos, the only two people, and Max.
Yeah, there's
The
at least...
GSA. No, sorry. The CCG crew here. It's CCG crew and Stravos. That's the only people who like quicksand. I'm sorry, I said the redacted name.
I mean, I don't think you're not allowed to say that. I don't know. Confusion.
We're allowed to say it. But I just meant like it's not on that network anymore. We're on CCG.
Network. It sounds so official. We're on a live televised broadcast.
You don't want it to be official?
Nah, we're chilling, dude. We're chilling here.
We're the CCG network. You've got people. You sponsor people. You sponsor streamers. You're the CCG network.
That's a loose term. We sponsor streamers. Yes, totally. Our wads of cash. Here you go. I subbed to a team member once.
Here we go. Well, I want that. Gan the Goomba hat. Hey, you have an application process as well. Like I tried to apply, and I haven't heard anything back from you. So yeah, clearly there is some sort of process that goes on here.
Yeah, I haven't invited anybody in like 2 months. People are like getting mad at me. I'm not gonna lie, but it's okay.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't said anything about it other than right now. I have given
other than a live, broadcast event, not mentioned at all. While we were talking, both players kind of blasted through at Night Metro here. Troy, how are you feeling about both these players here in Metro so far? Oh, BusterDoggy, of course, having some issues getting into the Wiggler fight, but...
Yeah, both of them doing pretty well. Goomba Heck went well for BusterDoggy. EEEK was a little bit late on that almost went bad. But was able to make it work. But BusterDoggy did take like 4 shots on phase 1. So... That is where the ideal is like 3. I think they actually took 5 shots on phase 1. And then we'll see what pattern they get. I'm not familiar with patterns by look. I have no idea what pattern we're on right now. But it doesn't look like a good one. I'll tell you that much. That did not look like a good one. Is this Ghost? I don't know. We'll see what pattern EEEK's gonna get. But But yeah, like I said, they had a better start to the Mecha Wiggler fight. That should definitely help them out. Yeah, that is the command. I could figure it out in a second afterwards because I do remember where it was. I think they got the same pattern. I think they actually got the same pattern. Yeah, they both got C.
This is a conspiracy.
Yeah. They were both C. They both got C. I'm telling you the truth here, Mats.
Don't believe his lies.
Because I was pretty sure BusterDoggy got C. Yeah, so they both got the same pattern. Because I wasn't recognizing, like I was too busy pulling up the sheet to see what EEEK got, and so, but I think Matt was able to identify it. So, and I identified BusterDoggies as C, and then at the same time as EEEK identifying it as C. At Matt's identifying EEEK's as C. So, yeah. Okay, moving into the bullet building part of our route. BusterDoggy gonna be getting slots. EEEK making their way towards it, so it's gonna be, yeah, it's still within the 20-second. And as I say, 20-second range, it's actually, out of Night Metro, it's actually a 50-second gap. So it's grown quite a bit. Which makes sense. There was a lot of trouble that EEEK had in Lost with the stairs. So that was what caused the gap to grow as much as it did. And as I said before, as in all places as the stairs, like that is, which is probably why it took so long as well for EEEK to recover it, is because you don't have any backup movement prepared for the stairs section of Lost, because you don't typically mess up there. So when that mess up happened, it definitely caused a lot more time loss than a place where you're expected to mess up on. Didn't have anything in their arsenal of backup tech. I believe BusterDoggy gonna be taking the hint art, so that is actually a couple seconds there for EEEK, because EEEK did get the hint art in Cloud. However, now that we're at the 30 to 1 minute range of a lead, like that definitely isn't gonna be as much of a significant difference now. EEEK gonna be having to look for actual mistakes from BusterDoggy as opposed to just the simple movement optimization differences.
I think that EEEK will be looking for a rogue gamma ray to flip some bits on Buster's console, personally. Yeah. That's the best bet here.
BusterDoggy confirming that they had a C pattern, and yeah, so I'm pretty sure both players had a C pattern, which is interesting. Like, this is why I wanted to put that on the stat sheet, but Matt's was like, that's a lot of work, and I agree with you. However, it's really cool.
Yeah, this is like when people like message me and they're like, Saren, I think it'd be really cool if you had like intro videos for each player and like a matchup history and like, you know, every single time like something happens on the screen, stats pop up, and I'm like, I agree, that would be super cool. Like, I do not like have that much time like to do that. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's like, do you want to do that? It's
yeah. Give me that ESPN contract money, and then we'll talk.
Exactly.
hire a couple employees, you know.
Ooh, BusterDoggy having a bit of trouble moving towards the toad. But not a major enough mistake for EEEK to really be able to capitalize on this. Okay, BusterDoggy now into Shiveria, gonna be moving towards Moon Clip. Or Snow Clip. Snow's Moon Clip.
Snow is Moonclip indeed.
Snow's possessive Moon Clip.
Gotta love Snow. Very wonderful.
And
kingdom.
gets it as well. Very good Moon Clip as they are now heading into the Taifu round.
What the hell's a Taifu?
That thing right there that's blowing wind.
You mean a blowy Joey?
No, it's a Taifu.
Pretty sure it's called blowy Joey. Legendary
if it's
gamer.
a blowy Joey, then you're accepting the stupid names of tricks.
Legendary gamer Slap Daniels told me that it was a blowy Joey, so I think you're wrong. Sorry.
I believe Nicro was the first one to call it a blowy Joey, which is still a great name, and I love Nicro, but I don't know. I prefer to call it a Taifu, because I actually really do like the name Taifu. I think it's a really clever enemy name. It's a lot more clever than Blowy Joey, I'll tell you that much.
No, it rhymes. You know, blowy Joey. Get it?
Wow, the one dimension of that name. The single dimension. Where you got Taifu, which is
Name all the
typhoon.
dimensions of that name. I want to hear all the dimensions right now.
So it's Typhoon, and then it's also
Okay.
like it kind of just almost like describes like what they're doing, almost like they're blowing.
That seems like one dimension to me. Is that the name
Why
of a
is
band?
he named Joe? The thing is, like, why is it named Joe?
I don't know. Can't just ask someone why their name is Joe.
Also, Typhoon is what Japanese what is the Japanese name for a hurricane.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought a typhoon is just like it's just what it is.
No, it's just a typhoon is specifically a hurricane that happens in Japan. That's all that means.
Really?
Yeah, I majored in
sure?
this. Yes, I'm sure about this.
Are you sure you didn't fail?
No, I didn't.
Damn.
I'm telling you the truth. A typhoon is what they call it in Asian territories.
Next thing you're gonna tell me is that AC knows how to do math problems.
Yeah, I think what you're thinking of is a tsunami. Or, sorry, a tsunami.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yep. Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, Matsy says it's fake news. I believe Matsy. Looks like Troy's wrong again. So anyways, I can't wait for quicksand in the next race. Like, it's gonna be so dope. We better see it. Surely we will. Troy's gonna leave the booth pretty soon.
I was just looking up the thing to confirm what I was saying, which I knew was true, but
Oh, you don't actually have... I'm literally just trying to be an asshole.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's my only goal.
Cool.
But we are moving into Seaside here. The most exciting kingdom on the planet.
It's a good kingdom.
It is. It's a lot more interesting than it used to be. I really, really like this room here. The Gush room movement is very beautiful. Even Shio would think so. And
I think it's slowly gotten more interesting. Like, notes... The notes route was a terrible route. It was not interesting at all. In fact, it was bad. And then we got fish, and then we got fish clip, and then it was like, okay, we're starting to get to a good route here. And now we're in a really good route with having fish dip as well, along with fish clip. Oh, and BusterDoggy gonna clip back inbounds. Unfortunately,
Ooh.
That is the hardest part of fish dip.
yeah, and that's some room to work with for EEK. If EEK can get this movement, that's a pretty sizable chunk of time to make up here.
It is. EEK gonna have a little bit of trouble with their movement towards capturing the Cheap Sheep, unfortunately. And gonna take some damage on the Kombu.
On the who?
Kombu.
You mean the sea bacon?
Kombu. And EEK is going to be able to stay out of bounds during fish dip, so that is a successful one here for EEK, going to be able to make up that time from that. And I will say that the gap definitely closed between Metro and Snow. So in Day Metro, EEK was able to make up 10 seconds of time. Oh, actually, no, it wasn't. It wasn't just in Night Metro that the time was made up. Now looking at it, I'm trying to figure out where where it was closed by 10 seconds, and it was in the Night Metro split.
Either way, EEK definitely making up the paces here, pulling up to BusterDoggy, definitely not giving up, which is, it'd be really easy, right? You lose a bunch of time early on, just kind of give up, be like throwing the towel, especially at this point where you're just kind of battling for seating positioning. I really hope everybody just tries their hardest and plays for honor. I'm a little bit confused on the seating in the playoffs. I'd feel really bad shifting it now, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me how people are explaining it. Challenge is a weird website. Should probably trust it a little bit less.
Challenge is a weird website, but I will say that the way that it usually works out is correct. It's at least the correct way for brackets to be put in, I believe. Although I think maybe 4 and 2 should be switched.
Well, you were saying that 4th place goes against Tyrone, right? So 4th goes against 1st? That doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it's 1 and... go to the... You have the, do you have the, rank, the stat sheet up?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm saying quarterfinals are... quarterfinals is correct. However, then what's going to happen is that semifinals is going to be that the 1 and 8 quarterfinal match is going to face
never mind.
It
makes sense to me. Never mind. Yeah, I was just confused about what you were saying earlier. Looking at it now, it looks totally right. I'm going to still complain about challenge, though, because sometimes you just, like, input stuff and it doesn't work.
No, totally.
My free website failing me. I'm so angry.
Sure.
Just hire
Maturino.
Just hire a web developer instead. It's much more reasonable.
Maturino or Smash.
Running a non-Smash tournament on Smash.gg seems sacrilegious. I've seen people do it though.
Oh, plenty of people do.
Very strange.
But both players onto the spiritless route.
Oh, Buster burning his booty here. Is one forks room ahead though, so can't afford a few mistakes, but you know, can only take one burn here and is gonna die.
Yeah, that's the problem. Typically, the movement for that moon is the movement that most people are used to is a 2 damage movement, as you'll see here. Although it can be done with 1.
Yeah, and suddenly EEEK is not so far behind. Definitely
Yeah,
one
the
of
jump
those...
can be cleared by only taking 1 heart of damage, but the jump that most people have practiced is the 1 heart. It is getting down to 1 health instead of 2. And Buster gonna take another death with turnip movement.
Oh my god. I think EEEK's ahead. Yeah.
And so yeah, EEEK is gonna pull ahead with those 2 deaths.
Wow. Oh man.
Turnip movement. It's not easy.
Yeah, this is definitely like kind of a picturesque don't give up if you get behind early sort of scenario, because your opponent is mortal, generally, unless they're literally a robot
in this case,
cyborg.
definitely your opponent's immortal. It is mortal.
Is immortal, manga s immortal Buster Doggy.
God.
That's one thing that we have not brought up in this matchup, is that this is a cat versus dog matchup. I think that's very important. Usually we like to touch on that at least once.
Right. I didn't realize that Eeks is a cat. I don't think it's a cat.
I'm pretty sure that is a big purple cat.
I suppose it is. It just doesn't look like a traditional animated cat. So I'm like, it just looks like a monstrosity of a cat. Like, that's
wow.
A ugly cat.
Telling Eek.
It's not Eek. It's just the profile picture.
That literally is Eek.
Oh, Eek having a little bit of trouble with the movement towards Invisiblock jump though. Gonna lose them a little bit of time, but not enough for BusterDoggy to catch up. So Eek is still gonna be in the lead. And I speak way too soon, as Eek is going to miss Invisiblock jump. BusterDoggy is now going to be taking the lead, provided that they can keep this Invisiblock jump going.
Oh, no.
And it is going to be a successful one for BusterDoggy as they go into this ground pound moon behind the rocks.
What a luncheon. We've been having a lot of these lately where there's just been constant back and forth. Maybe a little bit of fatigue going on. I mean, it is week 10 at this point. Been playing a lot of Mario Odyssey lately. It's really easy to get kind of like, I don't know, comfortable, I guess, in the situation. You know, when you pull up to your first or second race, you're like, oh man, this is huge, this is high stakes. By week 5, you're kind of chilling, you know, it's like, this is just normal now. And when you're under that pressure, you definitely play with like a different intensity, right? You're like there to game, you're there to show off your skills. I don't know, just something to think about. Definitely not like for sure what's going on here, but it is interesting to see players of this caliber make this many mistakes in Luncheon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're always hyping up Luncheon as one of those kingdoms where things can happen, and this is a pretty good showing of that being a reality. How many deaths did we have? What, 3, 4? That was like a lot of deaths. Three deaths. We are here in Ruin Kingdom, the hottest contested kingdom in all of Super Mario Odyssey. I think that we're going to have to focus on doing the play-by-play here in this kingdom. What do you think, Troy?
I think so as well. Unfortunately, my play-by-play stopped for a second because my ADHD brain came up with an idea, and when your ADHD brain comes up with an idea, you have to say the good idea quickly and put it out into the ether, otherwise your brain will forget it immediately.
What was your good idea?
It's in SMO stats if you want to see it.
Oh man, you're gonna make me open Discord.
Shouldn't you already have Discord open?
I only got one monitor, Troy. Come on.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I got one 4x3 monitor. I'm running my Pentium 4 computer. Come on. Gotta realize the limitations here.
Do you actually only have one monitor up?
Huh?
I would start, if you only have one monitor, I would legit start a GoFundMe to get Sarah a second monitor. Like,
No, I have 2 monitors. I do need to get some more.
Okay, cool.
I've been thinking about upgrading to 4 for a while because it would be nice.
Yeah. You know what would be a great place to help people get equipment?
I'm not sure, Troy. Can you fill me in?
Well, if you go to !donate in the chat, there's currently a Tiltify link. I believe that $520 gets a computer set up for their
false.
tech room.
I think that there's an extension goal for laptops. It's just ridiculously expensive. It's like they're like Apple computers or something, which is like terrifying. I'm not sure if we're going to get that high, but we are trying to get 520. We're going to get some tablets, some headsets, some other gear.
Yeah, 520 is the drawing tablet, which is still great, and that's a screen.
I'm not sure if it is a screen. I have no idea what kind of tablet it is, to be quite honest. If it's a Wacom, it's definitely not going to have a screen, but there are some pretty sick brands out there.
It's just a giant trackpad, essentially.
Yeah. The nice thing about drawing tablets is there's been a lot of advancements in recent years, so you don't have to like spend $4,000 to get a display pen tablet anymore, which is super nice.
Mm-hmm.
Even
so
like iPads are like great, honestly. But yeah, either way, Urban Arts sending a lot of kids to school for game design, giving them the hands-on training they need to, qualify for a college application, which is pretty important for a lot of these kids. A lot of them wouldn't be able to get into college otherwise, and 100% of students going through their programs do end up going to college, so that's pretty crazy. Good success rate. About as good as it gets, unless you're cheating.
Don't cheat.
Yeah, unless you're like Carl Jobs.
That's why I don't watch their YouTube videos. It's like, don't cover. We don't have to get into it.
Did you watch the new video?
No, I did not watch the new video, but honestly, I just don't like Carl Jobs' videos because they're sick. He only covers cheaters now. Like, the majority of his videos are only about cheating, which I don't like giving cheaters attention.
The new video is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a huge Carl Jobs fan either, but the new video is pretty funny. I'll leave it at that. I won't spoil it for anybody.
I've seen the thumbnail because it has been going around, but like I said, I just don't like promoting the idea of promoting cheaters. Like you're literally giving attention to the people that we don't want to give attention to.
I will literally
it's like
spoil
giving
one
attention
thing.
to trolls, you know?
Okay,
you don't feed the trolls.
There's one thing I'm gonna spoil. So my favorite part about the video is that
I'm not gonna watch it anyway. So.
My favorite part about the video is that he like hypes up the idea that he cheated. He's like, yeah, I cheated, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how. And he's like, but first you gotta hear from my sponsor, like Clash of Clans or something like that. And I was just like dying, dude. Like.
It's okay. BusterDoggy is gonna get through the birdless shards. It's honestly what I want to call it, but no one else will do that.
Wait, what?
Birdless shards.
Birdless is definitely a name.
Birdless is a name, but calling the whole thing birdless shards. As EEEK is gonna miss a shard here, gonna have to go with a down throw. Ground pound and down throw.
Yeah, but the birdless part isn't mandatory for the movement.
Yes, this is true. That's why I don't come up with most names. Anyway, Bowser Dram coming out from BusterDoggy. And successful SAR Bomber from BusterDoggy.
And to answer the question in the chat room, yes, both players are alive.
I can answer that question?
You can answer what question?
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
There was literally a point in the commentary where like, don't address the question of is this live or not?
Well, first off, I said they're alive. And I didn't say that. I said don't like start off a commentary being like, guys, this is a pre-record. To let everyone know, this is pre-recorded and not a live event. Please be aware.
But this isn't.
I'm not trying to hide the fact that we're doing pre-records, like, certainly not.
Right. Okay. I guess I misinterpreted that.
You misinterpreted the rules.
Yes, EEEK gonna be able to get Sarbamba. Very well done. I will also say, if you like us, because you got the Discord command, if you like us, you can give us a follow, you can give us a sub, you can follow the runners, you can follow the commentators, you can follow us, you can, you know, give us subs if you like us as well, who knows.
You could follow Benny on twitch.tv.
Yeah. I don't know what's with you and Benny, but yeah, you could follow them. I have no bias towards or against them, but they do exist. Their channel exists.
Wait, you're telling me you don't love Benny?
I don't watch him very often. BusterDoggy gonna be getting pipe. BusterDoggy looked like they were setting up for pipe list, so I was getting ready to commentate on it, but they didn't do it.
You can just make it up. I'm sure someone will believe you.
Yo, nice strat that BusterDoggy just did there. That was definitely a real strat.
We actually don't have a Benny command. That's a good point, Matsy. I will get on that right away.
Why do we need one? Yeah, you got me. You got me. Good, well done, Max. You checkmated me.
I have righted all the wrongs in the world now.
Isn't it two eyes, though? Why is the command with one eye?
What do you mean?
Your command has one eye.
Nah.
Okay, we're into Mecha Brutal now. Is able to get to target acquired working, so EEEK is not going to be able to find any opportunity in Mecha Brutal, unfortunately. Next opportunity would be at Mooncave Skip or within Bowser fight or within the escape sequence, which all are definitely possibilities. So EEEK should be continuing on with trying. You know, they shouldn't be giving up just yet. And
so true.
Yeah, you laughing at my bad commentary. They should keep trying.
I agree. They should keep trying. I'm just agreeing with you through laughter.
Okay, cool. Okay, thanks.
No problem. Oh man, that was a smooth audio transition. Our tech guy is really killing it today, I gotta say. Shouts to the tech guy. I don't know who's running the show today, but you're killing it, dude.
Oh, you changed the command appropriately. Look at that.
I should have left it on RTA Dan, to be honest.
I wanted it to be left on RTA Dan or Dansta. I thought it might be on Dansta as well.
I don't think Dance's restreamed a race since like week 1.
That's true. But it was funny when it was still on Dansta and we were in like week 4 and it still said Dansta. Good vectors coming out from BusterDoggy into the start of it. Not even going to have to dive. Is just going to land on the next spot in the route. So some really solid moon movement coming in. EEEK also going to get a very good vector, but taking damage on the spinning spikes. And then a single wall jump coming out. EEEK moving towards their move, cave skip, gonna get both speed flowers, boost flowers,
Rocket
and
flowers.
right into rocket flowers. Thank you, and then right into another single wall jump.
I'm helping.
You are.
So what do you think? Is BusterDoggy going to clear this one out, or is there going to be some sort of colossal mishap? I mean, it's only collapse sequence left. We only got the escape to go. Pillars are a factor, I suppose. 2D death could be a thing.
I could see something happening within this boss fight or within escape sequence. Whether and I'm kind of blank. I'm kind of bucketing escape sequence. So like, yes, that includes 2D section. That includes pillars as well.
You're bucketing?
Bucketing.
Ooh.
Statistics terms.
I didn't take statistics. I failed pre-calc like twice and then I gave up.
It's fine.
Math is too hard.
It is a difficult course. I will give you that. But I was a math minor, so. Not quite a math major like AC was, as you were mentioning before, but math minor. Okay, BusterDoggy keeping the lead as they are now in the start of the escape sequence before 2D section. Is going to get the triple jump up here to the bridge. And no 2DSS attempts from BusterDoggy. I don't believe that EEEK would be trying for it.
Honestly, at this point, like, it's not a bad idea. I don't think that it's quite something that EEEK's super comfortable with, especially in races. Or if he even knows it at all, but, you know, if it was in the arsenal, this would be definitely a time to pull it out.
He has attempted it once and failed it in the league. So, it is something that's in their arsenal, but it's just not there most of the time.
Yeah, possibly. It is also equally possible that it was a meme attempt, but, yeah, I wouldn't put it past them for sure. As we see BusterDoggy entering here into the Cat Jam sequence, one pillars sequence away from securing yet another victory here in the SMO Any League. See if he can do it. I don't know what this piped is in the chat room. Very disgraceful.
He's getting a fairly good pillars room. Has lost a couple seconds, but it's really not going to be enough in here. Only thing that EEEK could have hoped for was an invisible wall from that moment, and BusterDoggy not going to get that either. So it is going to be looking like Buster will get the time here and will finish first. We'll be getting a sub-hour as well, whereas EEEK will not be. So
yeah, this dude absolutely blasting through the entire game. Like, I cannot believe that you know, there was that many mishaps and deaths in BusterDoggy's run, and you know, this is a sub-hour. You know, just easy.
Yeah. That's what happens when you start getting towards that 57 range. It's like, it becomes the point of like, yeah, I made all these mistakes. I can still get a sub-hour from that.
Kinda nuts.
It is. Because you got, once you're at 57, that means you got 2 minutes to work with.
That is more than 1 minute.
It is. It is. And EEEK gonna get a 1008 time. So yes, as Mats does the quick maths there, it's gonna be Mats with the quick maths. And yeah, it's gonna be 63 points to 27 points.
Why does American English not say plural maths? Just one math.
Because it makes more sense.
But you're what, like you're, I don't know.
You're abbreviating mathematics, yes, but when you abbreviate, you don't. Why would the S stay?
I don't know. It sounds cool.
It sounds the same. Like they're not. Neither it's cooler than the other. It's math.
I think adding the S is pretty cool.
You were just saying before that you don't like math.
No, I like the word maths. I don't like maths.
That's what I mean. You don't like it, so why does it matter? Both situations are not cool.
You know what is cool?
Hello.
We have both racers,
racers
in the interview booth. Yes, you're too slow. Kappa. How's it going, guys?
I don't know. I'm pretty mad about my run. Wasn't the best for me, but it happens, I guess.
I mean, yeah, both of you. I mean, it wasn't like an ideal run from either of you, but I feel like it was something that you could at least be a little bit happy with. I know, not quite getting a sub hour, but you're still fairly close. E.
I don't know. And maybe if I didn't like die to the invisible block jump, I wouldn't have been as mad. But like, yeah, that was kind of annoying. I'm still kind of mad about that, but
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you did make a pretty huge comeback there in Luncheon, only to unfortunately have it all get thrown away there with that one death, but definitely putting up a fight. I mean, you know, not throwing in the towel early, definitely a positive. BusterDoggy, how do you feel about your run overall?
Kind of same thing. I'm not too happy about it because mainly that Luncheon made a lot of unusual mistakes, but it's whatever, it happens. So.
Yeah. Coming into this, were you any sort of strategy of like figuring out how many points you needed to get, or like where are you like trying to end up in the placements?
I didn't really have like strategy. I was just kind of playing the game, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's really much you could do besides try to go fast, right? Like, I mean, unless you're literally trying to throw to like go against a different player or something, but that's kind of monk-ass. Could end up backfiring in the end, so...
It's still a strategy. I have nothing against the idea of like waiting at the wire because you're like, oh, I need to get this amount of points to get this place.
Well, okay.
Like that's totally part of the strategy in my opinion.
The issue with that is that you're banking on someone with a that would be like quote unquote easier to beat being higher in placements, and then you're gonna like BM them by being like, I want to go against you, so I'm gonna send the wire. Like, I don't know, that's kind of not gonna be, but
I do see how that could be a little bit toxic, but honestly, I think of it more as just that's part of the rule set that you agreed upon, and so you can.
What I'm saying is that I don't think anybody is gonna do it, so I don't think that.
As long as I'm not against Tyron, that's all I care about. As long as I'm not against Tyron in the first round, I'm happy. That's my only strategy.
I do. That is a good. Yeah, like now thinking of it, it's like a good point of like if we happen to have it. I don't think we do, but if we happen to have like the second and third place players here, would they play chicken at the wire? Like,
well, that's not who's going to go up against Tyrone now. The 8th place is going to.
Yeah, the 7th and 8th place. Yeah.
Either way, we do have another match coming up here shortly, so we will be taking a short break here and coming back with Dansta versus Lightrun in about 10 minutes. So don't go anywhere. Go grab a snack and come back here. We'll be here. See you again.